patriotic, and it has changed my life. I'm a fan of his ever since. I love this collection. Of his most legendary supermodels and more. The four queens of the runway. Fashion, New York Fashion Week is right around the corner. Librarian tonight, and that's because I came to read a bitch. Jaja's Atelier, bitch. Hey. So listen, we are here to discuss the Met Gala themed super fine tailoring black style based off the amazing book Slaves to Fashion by Monica L. Miller. Do I got my camera right? Is my angle right? All right. You know, I'm going to light me a cigarette, much to the chagrin of the people. Listen, so there were so many looks, so many people. I was on the live. I couldn't do it anymore. 20 minutes in, when it like really got to going, I couldn't do two things at once. I couldn't watch and entertain y'all. So I just did it strictly from my Instagram. So sorry about that. Next year, if I'm not on the Met Gala steps, darling, then I will definitely have a split screen for you guys where I could watch it and talk to you at the same time. But it was so much going on. I did not see not one. Okay, I maybe saw one or two bad dressed or worse dressed. But overall, everybody looked so stunning. I also want to send a huge shout out to our community. You see what happens when we commune together and we unify and we come and do some shit and shake some shit up. So the Met Gala has broken a new record after raising a reported $31 million for the night's festivities, the biggest amount collected from the gala in history. Mind you, this is the Black Met Ball. This is all about Black excellence. You know, our history as Black people throughout periods of fashion. So this was just amazing. Now, the red carpet started off with an all-black choir, an all-black men's choir in tailored suits as co-chairs Lewis Hamilton and Coleman Domingo looked on. I really enjoyed this. And then, okay, so let's talk about the returns, the grand returns of the Met Gala. The first grand return we saw, I'm pulling it up here. The first grand return we saw was the queen herself, darling, Diana Ross, who hadn't been at the Met Gala since 2023. So this is a huge moment. I'm not sure the designer she's wearing, but this beautiful cape she has on has all the names of her children and grandchildren in it. I thought that she looked absolutely stunning for almost 90 years old, I believe. And I'm not even being shady. I do think Diana is in her mid to late 80s, and she looks absolutely stunning. She was there with her son, Evan Ross. I thought that was a beautiful moment. Another grand return to the Met Gala was none other than Madonna, honey. Madonna actually looked amazing, absolutely amazing. I love this suit that she's wearing. She is wearing Tom Ford, designed by the newly appointed creative director, Hader Ackerman. Ooh, I got a lot of cigarette on Hader because, ooh, Hader makes me waiter. Ooh, Hader Ackerman is so fine. Let me tell y'all something. Hader Ackerman, if you are into tall, long-legged, gorgeous dolls, call me. Hader Ackerman is so sexy. And she hadn't been on the Met Gala steps since 2018. So I'm glad that she showed out for this. So who I want to talk about next before I get into all my favorites. So what I did see that I didn't necessarily like, and this is no shade to the stylists, this is no shade to the designers, I didn't like some of the non-black girls that didn't take it to the next level. Because Gigi Hadid definitely gave. Gigi Hadid definitely gave it for our culture. She did a huge nod to Zelda Wynn Valdez. If you're not familiar with Zelda Wynn Valdez, she is the one that created this hourglass silhouette, honey. And she is also a emerging black designer back in her days in the 40s and the 50s, I believe. And she's also the woman behind the iconic, the legendary Playboy bunny costume. She's actually the one that designed these. So I really appreciated the girls, the non-black girls who really gave a nod to our history and really studied and understood the assignment. So I have to give Gigi Hadid credit where credit was due. Now, as far as the look, who is she wearing? I forgot who she was wearing. I forgot who she was wearing, but I thought this dress was stunning on her. I thought it was absolutely stunning. It really gave late 80s Yves Saint Laurent. I loved the hair. It was actually her birthday last night, so happy 30th birthday to Gigi Hadid. You know, I love the Hadid girls, especially Bella. Bella is my favorite, but I love Gigi too. Also, somebody outside of the black community who understood the assignment, honey. Listen. Hold on, let me pull it up. Wait a minute. I have it. It's in here. I have it. Mindy Kaling. I lived for this. She is wearing black designer Charles Harbison, who I'm not really familiar with. He was also there. I thought this was a real nod to, I think maybe like post-war time, or pre-war time, or during the wartime, during the Civil War time. It really reminded me of Denzel Washington in Glory, but feminized. I absolutely loved this look. And I also think that it was a nod to her heritage as well. So I love this. Thank you, Mindy Kaling, for understanding the assignment. And the designer that designed this, again, was a black man based out of LA. So huge congratulations to him. All right. Now, the couples gave, honey. The couples gave. Let me go into my first favorite couple of the evening. I have to give it to Alicia Keys and Swiss Beats. Honey, Alicia Keys looked absolutely stunning. What I liked about all the looks that I favored was that the tailoring, they took the theme so literal with the tailoring. It's impeccable. I love the red ruby hairpiece. It's a nod to Josephine Baker. And then I love Swiss Beats look. I wasn't crazy about it at first, but when I saw him and Alicia together, I was like, okay, I get it. I get it. I get it. I love the New York gangster of it all. And then he's given a nod to more modern day dandyism with the wave cap. I thought they looked absolutely such a handsome couple. Okay. Now, who else do we have? Who else do we have, darling? My favorite couples. Okay, I thought ASAP and Rihanna did not attend the carpet together because, you know, Rihanna is always late. But she has a reason to be this time because she is pregnant with baby number 3, girl. What better way to announce that you're pregnant with baby number 3, girl, than at the Met Gala, okay? Hopefully she has a little girl this time. So I thought they looked good. So I'll get into Rihanna's look real quick. I loved ASAP Rocky and Rihanna's look. ASAP Rocky is wearing his own brand, OG. And, you know, I thought a lot of people thought it was pared down for him, but I think this is one of those looks that you really have to pay attention to the details. The cane that kind of looked like the handle of a GUN. It was giving New York Harlem gangsta. It was giving ASAP. I really liked it. I loved the jacket that he chose. I loved the shoes. I thought the braids were insane. I really loved the look. I loved the look. Rihanna. Let's get into Rihanna since we're talking about couples. Rihanna was one of my best dressed, but not the best dressed female of the night. Honey, let me tell you something about Rihanna's look. This was Mad Hatter meets Dapper Dan meets New York Harlem Renaissance gangsta, and the main attraction of this Marc Jacobs custom look was I think, what is it called when it's not the bust, what is it? The back. I'm high. I'm high. Forgive me. Listen, I didn't get any sleep last night. I could not stop. The looks just kept fucking coming. I didn't go to sleep till 3 o'clock this morning. Then I went to work today and I had the fucking bubble guts. I almost shitted on myself at work, not to be too grotesque. But yes, honey. Anyway, back to Rihanna. It's the back. The bustle. The bustle made out of tuxedo jacket sleeves, and it was so perfectly done. The back of this dress is insane. She looked absolutely beautiful. It complemented her belly bumps, her baby bumps so well. I love the little kerchief tie. I love the messy fishbone braid, and the hat was absolutely everything. I lived for this. I lived for this. One of my best dressed couples. Also, do I have Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade? I thought Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade looked absolutely. Gabrielle Union gave the innocent girl in the corner at the Cotton Club. Gabrielle Union gave very virginal 1920s Harlem Renaissance, honey. Gabrielle Union gave Coca-Cola, please. That's what Gabrielle Union gave. And Dwayne Wade definitely turned on the Dapper. I lived for this. I lived for this look. Also, and Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union are both wearing Prada, darling. Another one of my favorite couples. They came in second. Joe Jonas. Is that Joe Jonas? No, Nick Jonas. I'm sorry, I get them confused. Nick Jonas and his wife, the beautiful Priyanka Chopra. Priyanka Chopra is wearing Balmain, and Nick Jonas is wearing Bianca Saunders, darling, who is a black female designer based out of London. I really loved his look. I loved his look. And I loved the brooches on the waist, the necktie. I mean, it was very casual, but it was very dapper. I loved it. Now let's get into Miss Priyanka Chopra, honey. Miss Priyanka Chopra gave everything. She gave the church, the first lady, honey. She gave first lady of the black church, honey. Yes, honey, in this Balmain look. I loved it when she took the jacket off and revealed the dress underneath. The hat is just everything. Again, there were certain celebrities, non-black celebrities, that really put forth an effort and really studied before they put their look together. Priyanka Chopra was one of those girls, and so was Nick Jonas. So huge shout out to them. I love their looks. Also, okay, my best dressed couple, I'm sorry, y'all. I got to give it to Ciara and motherfucking Russell Wilson. Honey! That Bridget Nielsen hair, honey. That short hair, that Betty Boop, because y'all know Betty Boop was black. Honey, that dress, I don't know who she's wearing. I don't care. The dress is everything. Russell Wilson looks sexy as always. And let me tell y'all something. The men turned it out. I was a little bit moist as I was watching, darling. Honey. But Ciara looked absolutely stunning. One of my favorite and best dressed couple of the night absolutely goes to Russell Wilson and Ciara. Oh my God. Absolutely beautiful. So, if you got a chance to watch my docu-shorts titled More Than the Met, I made mention that when we talk about dandyism, oftentimes we don't talk about the women. And there's this saying where they say the men are the head, but the woman is the neck. So my favorite designer of the night definitely goes to Grace Wales Bronner. Listen, Grace Wales Bronner, she's a black woman. She is based out of London, and she did her big one with these looks. She dressed co-chair Lewis Hamilton, who I thought this was everything. Lewis Hamilton's look with the seashells on the wrist. Oh, he's so fine. He is so fine. Somebody send him this. See if he wants to marry me, honey. I love the little man bun in the back. Everything with every one of Grace Wales Bronner's looks was all in the details. She also dressed the photographer of the latest issue of Vogue, the Met issue, Tyler Mitchell, who paid homage to his hometown of Atlanta. I absolutely love this. This is straight classic. I love the feather boa. I loved the perm, big red parted hair with the center part, with the waves. I love what they used to call it. If your hair is short and nappy, Concoline will make it happy. Huge shout out to my old boss who's watching down from heaven, Alonzo B. Carroll. He always used to say that but Tyler Mitchell has got a mean Concoline, honey. And I like that he paid homage to, a more modern version of dandyism in his hometown of Atlanta with the grills. I love the brooch, the gloves. It was just stunning. She also dressed. Where is she at? Where is she at? Where is she at, darling? I want to pull it up. I want to be able to talk to y'all while I'm looking at it. So give me a chance because they're all over here. Okay, here we go. She also dressed FKA Twigs, honey. FKA Twigs looks absolutely stunning. She is giving Betty Boop. She is giving modern day Flapper, honey. I love the fit. Again, the tailoring is absolutely superb. I love the webbing, the crystal Swarovski webbing on the dress. I love the feathers, the shawl, the short hair, and I just love the way the straps fall down her back. She has a beautiful body. And I watched her in the interview. She seems like such a sweet soul. You know what I mean? She's very soft-spoken, very sweet. Huge shout out to Grace Wales Bronner and FKA Twigs, Tyler Mitchell, and as well as co-chair Lewis Hamilton. You guys looked amazing. Speaking of co-chairs, we have to talk about Coleman Domingo, honey. The first look, I lived for him. I knew he was going to wear Valentino not Pia Paolo Pacioli. Oops, sorry. We got a new creative director over there. I'm sorry. By Alessandro Michele. He gave us not one, but two looks, honey. A lot of people said that the second look was underwhelming. I enjoyed the second look more than I enjoyed the first one. The first one, he said, was a nod to Andre Leon Talley. And if you remember when I was talking about the Met Gala in my docu-short, I was saying, the way we worshipped was a huge part of dandyism. So not only was the cape a nod to Andre Leon Talley, but it was also a nod to, the Black church choir from back in the day. So I really, really thought that was thoughtful and sweet. And I did love the second look. It was a little pared down, but the magic was all in the extended silhouette. That's where the magic was, and how tailored it still, even though it was oversized, it was still tailored to his body. It gave very much zoot suit, honey. So yes, huge shout out to Coleman Domingo. Okay, now let's get into some of my favorite ladies. Honey, Jodie Smith did it for me. Jodie Smith gave Mad Hatter, honey. Honey. She is wearing Burberry. I have no words. Jodie Smith never gets it wrong. She never ever. Now, she did get it wrong that one time, but I can't remember where she was at. But she never gets it wrong. And again, the tailoring is impeccable. She is wearing Burberry, honey. I love the top hat. I love that there's pants under this. I love that she didn't give leg. She came right down the center of gender fluidity. I absolutely loved it. And I also love the high-heeled penny loafers, because penny loafers is a huge staple in Black dandyism. So she definitely did it right. All right, who's my other favorite girl? Tracee Ellis Ross giving us a moment in Marc Jacobs. A lot of people were coming after Tracee, but I loved this. She was Listen, Tracy is the type of girl that will play in fashion. She's not scared to get her hands dirty. It's fun for her. She has a fun personality. I love this. It was giving very Wallace and Gromit chic, honey. It was giving very Gumby chic. She's wearing Marc Jacobs. You know, Marc Jacobs is all about that doll effect with mixed with that pop art. So I lived for it. I lived for it. Absolutely gorgeous and fun, you know. It doesn't have to be all so serious. Okay. Zendaya. Zendaya girl. Zendaya girl. Zendaya. Ooh, we got a lot of people to cover. Zendaya girl. Where is Zendaya? Zendaya girl, where are you? Now, Zendaya, I loved it. Now, if you were doing a remake of Mahogany, I would love this. I loved it, but another girl came in the exact same outfit as you. You did it better than her, but I just wanted more, Zendaya. I just wanted a little bit, just a little bit more, just a little bit more. But she looked beautiful, no doubt. And she came in right after Diana Ross. And from the pictures, Diana Ross approved. So if Diana Ross approves, so do I. Who else do we have? Finally making her Met Ball debut, the legend, the icon, the musician of a generation, honey, Miss Lauryn motherfucking Hill. I don't know who she's wearing and I don't care. She looks absolutely stunning. I love the fro. I love the suit. I love the tarnished Hermes bag in that turquoise color. I've never seen an Hermes bag that color before. That must be an exclusive. And I love the train that leaped out from. Ooh, I haven't eaten yet. I love that train that leaped out from behind her back. I just thought this was everything. And the man that was holding her umbrella, he looked quite dapper too. Oh my goodness. Also, all right, Cynthia Erivo. I loved it from the waist up. I loved it from the waist up. I wasn't crazy about it from the waist down. I wasn't crazy about it from the waist down. I really wanted to see Cynthia Erivo play more into her masculine side. This was her moment. I wanted to see Cynthia Erivo in a open zoot suit with the tits out. That's what I wanted to see. I would have loved, like what Coleman Domingo had without all the underneath. That's what I wanted to see Cynthia Erivo in. But she's wearing Givenchy by Sarah Burton. And from the waist up, I love it. The tulle skirt and all that other foo-foo line down at the bottom, I hated it. I didn't like it. All right. Who else do we have? Okay, my girl. Ooh, excuse me. That was a double burp. Okay. I gotta give it to my girl. Pam. Pamela Anderson in this insane Tory Burch creation. I ain't never seen Tory Burch do something this magnificent in all the times that I've known Tory Burch. This is stunning. And Pamela Anderson, let me just say, your son is fine as a bitch, honey. He is the perfect mix of you and Tommy Lee. Because, you know, Tommy Lee was fine at one point in time. Many years ago. Honey, her son is so handsome. But she looked beautiful. I love the way that this fit around her neckline. The way it fit her bust. It was the way it went into her waist. This was insane. Huge shout out to Tory Burch. This is your best work yet, Tory Burch. Let me just say, no shade. All right, who else do we have? Let me tell you. Kerry Washington did not get enough press for this look. She did not get enough press for this look. She is wearing Sim Kai. She is giving. You know that song Beyonce got on her Renaissance album, Church Girl? Chop it. This is the personification of Beyonce's Church Girl. Okay? Honey, it's a little naughty, it's a little classy, it's a little see-through, we're giving it a little leg, we're giving just a hint of twatola. Honey, I love the hat. And the back of that dress, that plunging V in the back that opened up her back, ugh, sickening. And also, I love the length of this. I love this. It was a lot of people giving her hate, but honey, this is everything. This is the wife of a black dandy, honey. Yes, it was giving Lynn Whitfield, honey. I was living for this. Also, who else do we have? Oh. Tessa Thompson. Don't know who she's wearing. Don't really care. Whoever made this creation did the damn thing. This was Black Dandyism meets Alice in Wonderland. I love how animated it is. If I had to guess who she was wearing, I would say Tom Brown. Tom Brown dressed a lot of the girls last night. So I would have to say it was Tom Brown if I had to guess. I love this. She also paid homage to Andre Leon Talley and again the Black Church, which was a staple in how we showed off. I hate to say it that way because it's where we worship, but you didn't come to church back then dressed any old kind of way. You had to be fluffed up, honey. But she paid homage to Andre Leon Talley with this church fan, with this old school church fan with his face on it. I just thought this was absolutely beautiful. Last night, it was so many people that paid homage to Andre Leon Talley. It just warmed my heart because y'all know I love me some Andre Leon Talley. Darling, my eyes are starting for beauty. Honey, we love Andre Leon Talley forever and always. So I love that she paid him that respect. Oh, I haven't eaten. I love that she paid him that respect, and she looks absolutely stunning. She always looks amazing. Always looks amazing. Our forever black fashion girl, honey. Who else do we have? Okay. A lot of people were not living for Doja. But honey, Doja Cat gave him hell, honey. Doja Cat gave him hell. This look was everything. On the red carpet, she said she wanted to give the madam. She wanted to give the boss bitch. She wanted to give that Harlem Renaissance madam, honey. Yes, and she gave it, honey. Absolutely. I love the cheetah print in the front mixed with the Swarovski pinstripe. She is wearing Marc Jacobs. This is everything. Absolutely everything. And this was the one bodysuit that I saw on that red carpet that I approved of. Hey, Sabrina Carpenter. Yes. So huge shout out to Doja Cat. I'm trying to run through this because I gotta go to the store and I'm hungry. Another one I loved, Lupita Nyong'o in Chanel. Honey, this mint green. She was one of the girls that really went bold with the color. Dandyism, especially now, is it's about the color. It's about the mixture of color patterns and the excitement that you can create. I lived for this. It was full on dandy with a touch of femininity with the cape. I love the small hat. I forgot what the name of that hat is. I actually have one right behind me. But I forgot what the name of that hat is. She looked absolutely beautiful as always. Who else do we have? I loved Coco Jones' look. I loved it. I thought the tailoring could have been a little bit tighter. She's wearing a black designer. I can't think of the name. And I also thought that she should have went with a short do. I would have went with the short do. I like the braid. The braid kind of modernized it, but I would love to see her with a laced, concholine, something to pay homage to the Harlem Renaissance, because that's what this gave me. But I lived for this. This was absolutely stunning. I love the pants underneath. I love just that the clash of the silver with that yellowish ivory. So beautiful, and it went so perfectly with her skin tone. Okay, who else? Okay, we're not going to talk about them yet because, okay. Anuk, yay, honey! Anuk, yay! Honey, I don't know who she's wearing again. It was so many people, and I tried to find which designer every single look I liked was wearing and who styled them, but it was just so much going on. But this look is everything. Again, I love that she went with a shortcut. This dress is just They need to hang this in the mat. I loved this. I'm about to cry just looking at it. It's so beautiful. And I loved her brown short hair. I love when a chocolate woman of that hue plays with hair color because it always seems to work, especially on her. So I love this. I love this. I mean, even look at the pockets. The pockets coming out from the bottom. Like it's another tuxedo jacket coming. This is insane. Honey. Who else do we have? Okay, all right. So we talked about some of the men, but we're missing one co-chair, and that is Pharrell. The minute I saw it, I was amazed. A lot of people didn't catch it at first, but this Louis Vuitton look created by him is the jacket is made of all pearls, which is insane. And it's so subtle, but when you really get a look at it, it's like, whoa. I loved this. Also, another man that killed it on the red carpet. I can't think of his name. His name is Gilliam Diop, and he's wearing, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. His name is Gilliam Diop, and he is wearing Valentino. He is paying homage to Andre. If this is not Andre Leon Talley full on and full through, from the pants to the jacket to the neck accessory, I'm not sure what you call that, to the cape, honey. And he was one of the few men that really, really, really went in with color in a way that I thought was very, very dandy-like. I'm going to tell you something. A lot of the men turned it out. Bad Bunny turned it out. A lot of the men turned it out. But Gilliam did it for me. I don't know who he is or what he does. I think he's an actor. Gilliam did it for me. I lived for this. It's just, it's so regal. It's so, I have no words for it. That cape is everything. Alessandro Michele did his big one with this. Okay. Who else do we have? Shabuzi. Honey, I don't know who a lot of them are wearing, especially the men, because we're so used to giving the women more attention. And I think they should have really, really played up the men more so we knew more about what they were wearing. And I didn't catch him talking to anybody in an interview on the red carpet. But honey, this is everything. I absolutely loved this. From the jacket with the tree bark motif to the turquoise grills, to those beads going all the way down. Now this is country Bama dandyism, honey. This is how you do it, honey. I lived for this. Against that turquoise against that chocolate skin. Honey, very sexy. Very sexy. All right, who else do we have? All right, we're down to the wire, y'all. We down to the wire. We down to the wire. So, before I get into my best dressed man and best dressed woman of the night, let's talk about some fun moments. So, Usher performed at the Met Gala. Him and his wife looked absolutely stunning. He was wearing Ralph Lauren, and I believe she was wearing Laquan Smith, I believe. Which Laquan Smith was somebody else who did his big one, another black designer who a lot of people were wearing. They looked like they were having a hell of a time, honey. Also, we have Meg the Stallion stealing her phone, sneaking her phone into the Met Gala. Honey, they had a black chef cater the entire event. They had caviar with, cornbread topped with caviar, darling. It just looked like a grand old time, and she's just being Meg with Tracy Ellis. Oh, I'm just here with Tracy Ellis Ross, darling. So huge shout out to her. She looked beautiful too, but it wasn't one of my favorite looks, honey. We've seen you in that dress a million times, but the hair was giving. Also, what other moments do we have? So, the woman that should have been our president, graced her presence at the event with IB Kamara, creative director of Off-White. I thought she looked beautiful. The one thing I will say, girl, you is not the president. We wish you were, but you don't have to. You don't have to cover it up. You can wear whatever you want now, Kamala. Show us some cleave, honey. But I thought she looked very regal and beautiful, and her husband looked quite dapper as well. Who else do we have? Let me see. Okay, somebody else who I really. Now, let me tell y'all something. When it comes to the men, okay? When it comes to the men, in second place to my favorite, I have to give it to Chance the Rapper. I have never looked at Chance the Rapper and thought, ooh. But, honey, it's something about this suit. It was giving Malcolm X, honey. He looked sexy. A lot of the men that were on the red carpet last night that I don't normally look at as attractive, I was like, ooh, what? Chance the Rapper did it for me. And I love that the suit was kind of baggy. Oh my gosh. And Donatella looks amazing. She's giving Harlem Renaissance flapper girl. I'm living for it. All right, so who else do we have? Okay, so let's talk about the legends of the night. So, we can't talk about legends of the night. Listen, we love Andre Leon Talley, who is no longer with us, who I feel like this night was for him. But this night was also for Dapper Dan, who looked amazing. Amazing. I watched him and Tiana Taylor on the red carpet, and he was so excited and so happy, not just for him, but for the culture. This man really loves us all. He loves all his black fashion girls and boys. He loves us all, and it showed on his face. It showed in his look. It was I almost cried when I saw him walk up those steps. And he's been to the Met Gala several times before, but this time this was for him. And it went without saying. It's in his name, you know what I mean? So I'm sending all my love to Father Dapper Dan, honey. Also, Stevie Wonder and his family came to the Met Gala, and he also performed with Usher. His son is handsome, and his wife is beautiful. I thought they looked so beautiful. I love the all black. I love Stevie Wonder's look, and I loved his son's look. His son was one of my favorite dressed men of the night. So, now, girlfriend, I think it's time we talk about my favorites. You might not agree with me. You might. You might not. You might. Oh, but before we go there, before we go to my two favorites, I just saw it pop up, and I didn't want to forget. Speaking of legends, Whoopi Goldberg and Tom Brown. You know, Whoopi Goldberg has lost a few pounds. Whoopi Goldberg is looking absolutely divine. I love this look on her because I feel like fur was a big part of dandyism back in the day. You know, we all know our grandpas and our dads had those London fog coats with that shearling wool lining. I love that Tom Brown put this on the outside and draped it around her shoulders. So she's another legend that just came to eat the girls up. I lived for it. Who I forgot to mention was Doechii. I thought Doechii looked like... I wasn't crazy about it, but the more I look at it, the crazier about it I become. I love the afro. I love the shorts. And then I ran across a picture of this random boy in New York in the 1930s. And I said, I get it. I get it. I'm going to try to get that picture for you guys. But he had a similar look on it. And I wonder if that was the inspiration behind this. But anyway, let's get to my favorite looks, honey. For the men. Drum roll, please. Drum roll, please. Continue the drum roll as I pull it up. Alton Mason in Custom Boss. This was dandyism and Afrofuturism across so many decades, from the cape to the eye patch, giving homage to Slick Rick, from the wave cap, from the hat, from that insane suit. He even paid homage to his favorite anime character, who I don't even know who it is. Honey, this was my best dressed man of the night. I have to give it to Alton Mason. I watched this video, I know, at least 20,000 times. Do you see the back of this? It's like almost to the tip of his ass crack. I was living for it. And not only was it dandyism, not only was it Afrofuturism, not only did it pay homage to decades of black fashion in one, it also was a little gender bending, which he often dabbles in that non-binary space. But honey, it was something about this that made me a little moist, like sauteed butter chicken, honey. Honey, he is a beautiful, his beauty transcends gender. It's like, it's too beautiful to be a man. He's too beautiful to be a woman. He's just Alton Mason. Ah, I lived for this. This was the best dressed man of the night. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. And I said it. I said it on Instagram. I said it on my Instagram stories. The lady that won the night for me is Serena motherfucking Williams, bitch. Is the hair not coiffed? Is the face not blended and beat? Do you see that fabric hanging over those perfectly pendulous cats? Honey, I'm giving Serena Williams best dress because y'all have tried her. The public has came for her so many times, and I never seen a bad picture of Serena Williams, ever. But tonight, last night, sister did not play. Sister did not play. Absolutely stunning, and she is wearing Montclair. I lived for it. Huge congratulations. It was in awe. I was just in awe. I was just in awe. And before I close, I want to send a huge thank you to Anna Wintour, because the one thing about this theme of this year's Met Gala, for me, being as though the theme was centered around our history, was that, okay, thanks, but are you going to stand 10 toes down with us when the time comes? Because I believe that time is coming. And she said in the opening interview for Lala, she said, I want this to be, and I'm paraphrasing, she said, basically saying, I want this to be a message, especially in this current administration, in this current political climate that we're in, that us in the world of fashion outside of the black community, we cherish y'all, we respect y'all, we love y'all, and we are going to hold you down no matter what. And we're going to hold you to that. But it was something about the way she said it, and she didn't have the glasses on. She looked dead in Lala's eyes when she said it, and I felt sincerity from her. And that's what we want. So everything from the sets to the choice of performers, you know, it was so well thought out. It was so well put together. She honored her longtime friend, Andre Leon Talley, who again is no longer with us. Anna Wintour, you did the goddamn thing with this. Monica L. Miller, all the co-chairs. This was the greatest Met Gala I have ever seen. And I've been watching the Met Gala since I was 5 years old. So, listen, I hope you guys enjoyed my recap. And I want to say to the girls that showed up, That to the girls outside of the black community that showed up and gave nothing, Hailey Bieber, Kendall Jenner. Now, Kendall Jenner did give a little bit more than Hailey Bieber. But for real, the Kardashians were there. I'm going to get a little messy. The Kardashians were there. But thanks for your donation, girl. But to Hailey Bieber, girl, you should have just stayed home. If I had to pick a worst dress, it would have to be Hailey Bieber. Hailey Bieber, girl, what the hell is this? Are we having dinner at Cipriani's after a long shopping spree and a break away from the husband and the baby? Or are we going to the fucking Met Gala? Girl, but you know what? Again, we're not going to focus on the negative, but I wouldn't be me if I didn't get a little messy now, would I? But overall, it was a beautiful night. The greatest Met Gala I've ever watched. And hopefully y'all will see me there in the next couple years to come, honey, because I need to be on the top of those steps interviewing, who are you wearing, darling? Honey. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed my Met Gala recap. And don't let this episode fool you. I will be back either Friday or Saturday night with a brand new episode, a regular brand new episode of Jaja's Atelier, because we got a lot to talk about. Ciao.